guys? Bigg Vic back with another video. Listen, Amazon Prime week was crazy. No, for real, the numbers was crazy. And if you didn't tap in to get you some of this bread that Amazon was dropping, you missed it. Let's take a look at some of the numbers real quick. If you can see, I really didn't see nothing less than $7, $8, nothing really less than $900. $7, $8, like it was $6, $7, $8, $900. Wasn't super long miles, but when I went over to the DAT load board, wasn't nothing less than $900 a pop for my area out here in Charlotte. Now, I did check some other areas. There were very, very similar loads. They probably paid more. I didn't check all the cities that were running, while Prime was running, but I did check my area. And when I tell you there were so many loads, it was really hard to choose. All you had to do was pick one, to be honest with you. All you need to do is pick one and go run it, right? So you had an opportunity the week of Prime to really make an outstanding amount of money for your truck. But here's the thing I have with Prime. This is kind of something that shows me that Amazon really has the money to pay good all the time if they wanted to, right? That should kind of show you guys, even though when they do their Prime sales, I understand that the volume increases, which therefore they can spend more money on trucks moving the volume of freight that has to be moved. I did see when I went into the, when I went to the warehouse or CLT9 facility, when I went to do one of these runs, it was flooded with freight. Like so flooded, they literally was asking you to get the pallets from the back and bring those, load those in your truck first if you can, just being nice. If you could do that, it was that much freight that needed to be moved. Now, I noticed when this time comes around, there's a lot more daytime routes that get, that need to be pushed out that wasn't able to be delivered during the night routes, right? The third shift route. We all know Amazon can pay out more money than what they pay. But here's the thing I try to get carriers to understand is that if you don't touch these loads, I've been saying this for 3 years, and I feel like I'm starting to sound like a broken record. But if you don't touch these loads, if you let them sit, what other choice does Amazon have but to increase the price of them? Yes, there's going to be other people that are watching the loads just like you're watching them. But what other choice do they have but to make the rates go up? The rates have to go up on those loads because they have to get moved. Now, if everybody decided not to show up one night to a facility taking these, $2 a mile loads round trip, which is actually $1 a mile, when you look at the total trip miles and how much you actually made, you could make way more money. And by them increasing these prices during Prime, I'm talking about it, there's no hesitation. It's $800, $900 and better. When I went over to DAT, I was like, whoa. And what's crazy is there's still more money in negotiation when you call from the DAT load board on the load. You already know I've been dropped that jump way back. So when you see those loads pop up like that, there's more money to be made, y'all. There's no reason why the people that do run Amazon can't get a bag. There's no reason why you have to take low-paying freight from Amazon. If you miss the load, I know it's a scarcity thing, right? It's like, okay, if I don't book it, somebody else gonna get it before I get it. Let them get it. More than likely, some more loads are gonna pop up on the load board. And something I used to see a while back was when Amazon throws those first, when they throw those first round of loads that may come out between 6, 7, sometimes it varies around the time that they actually drop some of these loads, like loads that gotta be moved tonight, right? There may be more volume of loads that start coming out as they're wrapping that stuff up there at the facility and getting the loads together that has to be moved out or pushed out tonight. Those loads come out. Sometimes they'll drop them earlier in the day. And, the people that are the thirsty guys, they grab those first. But then when the rest of the loads come out, because those loads are already covered, the ones that come out later towards the night usually pay more money, right? Because that's more than likely, that's that second truck that they need to fill up with maybe 12 pallets or some of the leftover freight that wasn't able to be loaded on that first truck, right? That couldn't fit on the first truck. So they then start dropping more, calling for more trucks to come out and push some of these and load some of these trucks up and move some of their other freight that's to be moved later on in the night. I'm saying to myself, like, Amazon has plenty of money to pay way more for these loads that are being pushed out. Like, I'm talking about outside of Prime. I know it because anytime I'm booking loads outside of Amazon's load board, the loads pay great. I book those with the snap of a finger because I already know it's going to pay right versus everybody that's flocking to Amazon Relay's load board and booking those loads. Like, I remember one time I ran a load because I was patient. Somebody was running the same load I was running, but I was getting like almost $250 more for the same load, right? I understand the patience game. I understand that when those first ones drop, let them take them. I let the thirsty guys get those first those first ones that drop. Go ahead and get them. Get them out the way for me. Put it on your truck. I met somebody at Amazon. They was like, "Oh yeah, I got so and so for this." I was like, you got $250 while I was getting $450 for the same miles." It's a lot of times it's about patience. It's about patience. Amazon Prime was beautiful. Those numbers was crazy. I seen guys out there was like, "Yo, this week was crazy. Like, yo, I ate this week. I really ate." Right? And I haven't even been running Amazon like that. But I know when certain loads pop up, I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get that Amazon money when they pop up. I'm gonna go get it. If the money paying right, money is like bread is bread. Whether it's Amazon, whether it's off with a broker, whether it's off DAT, wherever the load comes from. If the money is right, I'm going to get that bread, y'all. How did you do? How did y'all do? Did y'all run Amazon Relay? Some of my Amazon guys, did y'all run Amazon loads? Did you run during Prime? How's Amazon going for you? If you caked up, if you was eating, if you got a bag, drop it down below in the comment section. I want to see how y'all did during Amazon, man. There was that freight, man. There was a lot of freight that needed to be moved. And there's still some trickling in. If you've been watching the load board and paying attention, I've been seeing some loads pop up, but those 5 and 6 loads, 5 and 6 stop loads, I still pretty much overlooked them. I just don't like running them things, man. Only one post office could mess up the entire route. And now you got to fight back and forth with Amazon about your, being late. And if you put the wrong thing in as far as dispute, then no switching that. Like, it's just that whole performance late score, all that stuff is weird to me. I'm sorry. It's super weird to me. And I really wish they tweak that a little more and fix that to where it makes a lot more sense for reasons why you're late, that's not even, you can't even control some of that stuff. Like, most times in Charlotte, you go book a load in the afternoon, especially if it's one of those last minute loads that pop up, you automatically know 9 times out of 10, you about to run into traffic. It's a given, right? I remember I caught a load, it's like $550, wasn't even going that many miles. And I caught it off the board. By the time I caught that thing, got off CLT 9, exit number 9, Amazon canceled the load. Why? Because they already knew the traffic was crazy, right? So, it is what it is, man. A lot of people still saying Amazon trash. Hey, y'all call it what you want to call it. You probably not even running Amazon 9 times out of 10, right? Sometimes it is trash though. Sometimes them loads is real trash. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, but it is sometimes, and it's not sometimes. Y'all already know we still got that love-hate relationship. Most of us got that love-hate relationship with Amazon, but when they spitting out that bread, it's not hard work. Number one, that's what makes it so convenient for most people, and that's the thing. It's very convenient for a lot of people. A lot of guys want to be home every day, right? They don't want to go OTR, so that's the convenience. And then sometimes with that convenience, you may not be making the numbers that you would like to make because you're home every week, right? Especially if you're sticking to mostly Amazon loads or you're catching loads off DAT and kind of mixing both of them up. So yeah, man, drop some comments down below, man. How did y'all do during Prime Week? Prime was pretty good. I didn't run a lot of loads. There was a lot of them out there, but I did go in and grab me a piece of that pie though. I did get some of it, for sure. All right, it's the homie Bigg Vic, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Did y'all get that bread? Did you fall back? Did you just look at the load board? What did you do during Prime Week? All right. It's only Bigg Vic TV, man. You already know what it is. Always hustle. Never stop growing. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's eat, baby.